So you meet somebody 2 or 3 times, and you think, okay, this person's pretty cool, and then you decide kind of from that point you're going to examine their character as a person for the next year. And at that point you push back as far as you can, asking them to date as far as you possibly can. And so say if you can spend 6 months getting to know them as a friend, purely as a friend, you're going to have a higher chance of creating something stronger. Because now the next 6 months is the time where, say, maybe, but here's the thing, like, what changes once you say that you're going to exclusively date somebody other than being exclusive? Now, if you're not being super physical, like in my sense, you're not having sex, and as well, I prefer to not kiss a whole bunch. I like hugging a lot, but I hug people the first day I meet them, and I'll hug them if I'm dating them. So that doesn't change too much. Maybe a little bit of cuddling or something like that. But, anyways, other than that, not much is really changing. You're still getting to know them as a human being. You're talking to them. You're experiencing things with them. You're going out. So honestly, if you can push back as far as possible, the physical side of the relationship, then you really like investing yourself in getting to know them as a human being.
True worth. I guess you when you date someone or whatever, you kind of want to show like your best or initially.
Yeah.
But whereas your friends and stuff, you're like, you can be more like whatever,
Yeah.
You can show them a little bit of your ugly side.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing that, and that's one of the reasons I really don't like going into a relationship, even a friend relationship, but like a romantic relationship from the side and perspective of romance and date. So you're already starting it off as a different person, whereas if you're getting to know this person as a friend, like, if you find them attractive, that's not going to change. Right? you get if you find them attractive, that's not going to change. If you don't find them attractive, that's also not going to change. So you may as well get to know them as a friend first and like see, what their character is.
See their other friends as well.
And see their other friends as well. That's important.
Tells you a little bit about them.
It tells you a lot about them. It tells you almost everything about them. And you can't do that. And it's harder to do that when you come from the perspective of a date or, a romantic person. It's harder for a girl or, for a guy or girl to show their partner to their friends if they, from, in an early stage, because you have that energy of dating. And whereas if you have the energy of friendship, you can instantly introduce somebody new to your friends, right? Because it's just a person, and your friends are your friends, they're people. And it's just like, oh, hey, I met this person, like hang out with my friends, once or twice, or come meet my friends or something like that. And then you hang out together. That's so much easier to do from a friend perspective. And something that's possible as well is you can meet their parents, like, yeah, like I met the boys' parents. I met your guys' parents literally like the second time that I hung out with you guys.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're just friends. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
Exactly.
I guess so.
Exactly. You're just friends, so you can go for dinner at your parents, at their house or something, or all that type of stuff, and it's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like I guess so, but it'll be like, I don't know if it's the same if it's for another gender, like if a girl brings home a male, would like their parents be thinking the same thing compared to like if a guy is with another guy?
Well, think of it like this: like a girl, especially in this day and age, and in Korea, girls are not bringing their boyfriends to their house. It's not something that happens. So, if a guy comes over to the house, it's not. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for the parents, but it's not going to be their boyfriend. So that's just something they never do. They never bring their boyfriend to their house. unless their culture in their house is very different and they just bring their boyfriends over, or they're literally thinking about getting married and so they want their boyfriend to meet their parents. But usually, like in the first period of meeting their boyfriend, they're not bringing them back to their place. So, if a guy's coming over, it's
Okay.
definitely some sort of acquaintancy relationship for it to be comfortable.
See. All right.
And like,
So,
okay, in my case, in my situation, I have, been over to different girls' houses and met their parents. And the way it happens in the most natural sense is like, for some reason, I already kind of meet or the mother, or am spoken of to the mother. Say in the case of like, oh, I met this foreign guy who's kind of cool, and they tell their parents about that, or he's like, oh, he's a model and he's doing this and that and whatnot, and then they're like, oh, like invite him for dinner or something, and then they're interested and want to talk as well. So then it's really casual in that sense. Or like,
see.
yeah, or like I meet the parents, maybe sometimes even first, or I meet them at the same time, because we're doing some sort of event, or like at the Baha'i Center or something like that, or there's lots of reasons and ways it happens,
Mm,
but it only happens if you're a friend.
okay. Let's see. I see. I kind of see it, dude.
Yeah,
They're like not as weary. It's like oh, this guy is like when they're dating, you might do like some touchy stuff, some
yeah,
physical stuff,
yeah,
and you're not really gonna do it anyway. So I guess it's like easy,
yeah, yeah.
easier. I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like other people, they would like if they're saying they just imagine it to be physical. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you bring,
Exactly. And that's one of the things actually that helps bring the girls' guards down, is that they know that I'm not, I'm not going to have sex before marriage, and that I haven't. So it's not that I've never had an opportunity, uh, but they know that it's just a decision I made, and therefore we can hang out in a much more unguarded energy, with a kind of lower defense energy, because they don't have to constantly worry or think that I'm going to try to get into their pants or something like that. And you know that also changes the energy a lot.
that's distracted, I guess.
That's the strat.
Ah,
If you're trying to have a happy marriage.
or like find someone. Yeah, that's.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah, like even with some of the friends, just some girlfriends that organized this little thing for us to kind of write letters for each other. And it was so meaningful in that sense, is that I wrote a letter for each of the friends, and then they wrote letters for each other, and you give it to them, and it's like they know that there's nothing behind it. Like I'm not trying to court them or something like that. And it's just like it has a lot more weight, and it's the surprise.
I'm like, wow, like 2 weeks. Not too busy. All right. I think that is pretty good. I have to go eat.
Yeah.
So
All right. It's eating time for me as well.
you stop your thing. I'm gonna leave.
That was a good first podcast episode.
Sure.
Expect this to
Let's
be
see what
uploaded
changed, dude.
onto YouTube.
Upload it on YouTube. All right. Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I'm out.
Okay,
Okay.
peace.
Well, see ya, dude.
See ya.